Hey everybody, the wind's died down a little bit, so I'm going to do this a little vlog style. We're looking at this skate park that I found, and I think it might be one of the worst ones I've ever seen. So I want to play a little game called Is It Skatable? And here's the mini ramp, and I'm going to give it a resounding no. Look at this transition. It makes like an angle down here at the bottom. It's not remotely smooth. I would never ride this. Here's the most interesting pump track I think I've ever seen, because I think it's made out of concrete pieces. So let's see what happens with this. All right, so we're gonna vote this one as a no. I hope the sound came through, that ka-tunk, 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 as you went around the corners, because there's all these weird seams. Okay, I've seen this element before. I've seen this in, I think, a Jason Park video or two. It looks pretty usable, this ledge side. I actually do want to skate that. And then this high side, I don't know how I would ever get up there, but maybe there's people that can use this. So this one is a yes. What is this? I've never seen anything like this in a skate park. I don't know if it's rideable or not. If it is rideable, I might be able to just barely roll through it and that would be it. So who knows? We've got some crazy jersey barrier type things with transition. Unless you really know what you're doing, jersey barriers for normal people are not skatable. So I'm going to vote this one a no, at least for me. Some concrete circles. These are interesting. They're sort of like mani pads, I guess, and you could transfer from one to the other. This low one is pretty inviting, and the middle one, maybe I could ollie and roll over the top. So we'll see what happens with this section. This bench looks nice because it does have, I think that's a granite top, but it's really high. It's just below my kneecap. So for me, that's probably a nope. This combo A-frame ledge, flat bar rail off this box. I have some concerns. One, we have another puddle and some water on this side of it as well. Two, since it's so modular, we have cracks, seams in the thing. So if you wanted to use this like a mani pad, oh, look how big this one is. That's a big seam. I don't know about that one. I'm kind of nervous. This was something from afar. I was like, oh, that could be interesting. That looks really skatable. But now I don't know. What is this? I don't even know what to think about this thing. It's interesting to say the least. Maybe if you were really creative and good and you could ollie up this side maybe and then roll over to here, do a little rock to fakie and back, but that's not for me. So for me personally, this is a nope. And for a moment, I thought this would be a good place to work on hips, but again, it's rounded. Why would you round the corner of a hip? You can't do hip tricks on this anymore unless you do it way up at the top corner, but most people aren't going to do that. And then the rest of this is just laughable. This is supposed to be like a curved box on top. I don't see how this is very doable at all. And I really think if you did it in that direction, you would go flying off the edge of the ramp. Okay, now at least we're looking at something interesting. There's some grind possibilities. It's not that high off the ground. One side is straight, one side is angled, and I think you could definitely do at least ollie up and roll over and then ollie off the other side, or if you really had your balance down, some manuals. I like this piece. Again, here's another one that's a what? What was somebody thinking? This is literally a bowl. It's got water in the middle. And what are you gonna do with this? How are you gonna ride this in any way whatsoever? This is the biggest nope I've seen so far. Here's a big bank that we have to ollie onto, and I don't think I can use this because of the bank. I'm sure some people can, but for me, again, another nope. Aha, a nice simple mani pad. It's kind of medium low height. It looks grindable. It looks like we could manual this. The curvy section, I don't know what that's all about, but I might give it a go. And on the other side of the bank is this sort of A-frame-ish type thing. I don't know how much I can do on it, but I know it is at least rollable. It's usable, so we have to say yes to that. Then let's look at both sides. How do we get to it? There's a bank on that side and a quarter pipe on that side. We'll just have to see how it goes. So let's go skate. Okay, let's head over to this pyramid section. It's sitting in a low spot in the concrete. There's puddles of water. It hasn't rained in at least a couple days. The other thing is, the corners on this pyramid are rounded off. Don't you want a pyramid that has actual corners so you can do tricks over the hips? But the hips are kind of gone. This rail is quite high for such a small little pyramid. Let's check it out here. That's at my knee, so I'm not going to be riding that. You've got this little 4-stair over here. That's probably usable. And then there's this hubba. That's really high as well. It's even a little higher than the rail, so that's a nope. And so as this video comes to an end, I wanted to say a couple of things. One, I'm not sure what possessed me to try this 4-stair. The best I've done in the past is a 3-stair. This 4-stair, that top stair is a little extra tall, but it doesn't have much of a run, so the ollie isn't really all that long. So maybe that's what possessed me to do it. And secondly, at the beginning of this video, I was sort of making fun of this skate park. I thought it was going to be really lame. I was making fun of the elements and how they're sort of just slapped around on a concrete pad. But like most things in life, it depends on what you bring with you and what you bring to it. And so that's kind of a lesson for all of us. You can have a good time, you can have a bad time. It's really up to you. And if I hadn't decided to try to have a good time, I wouldn't have done this. My first ever ollie down a 4-stair. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.